And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and it's been a bit of a while since we've last done this, but we are back here in Newcastle. It's Saturday night, it's just after 10 o'clock at night, and we begin our journey back up north. Hello. We begin our journey back up north, right here on Northumberland Street, and as any passive observers may have noticed, guess what? Northumberland Street has been finally successfully been renovated at last. And insofar as I can work out, there's new street lamps being put in. You have these weird like copper, RSJs that just sort of been impaled into the ground. Not too sure what the function of these things is supposed to be. And I'm not entirely sure if it really makes Northumberland Street look that much better. At least the benches are quite nice. Well, I suppose. Some of them I do know that have like no backs on, which I know is like, is that like a homelessness deterrent? Because I know that some architects are paid big bucks specifically to prevent homelessness from being around here. Mind you, with that being said, not that I've noticed any, vagrancies or anyone homeless as of right now, but to be honest, I saw very little of that when I was down in London anyway, so it feels kind of nice to be back. Although one thing I have noticed is that even on a Saturday night in the middle of June, I'm asking the question of, well, where is everybody? It feels bizarrely just kind of, well, quiet, and well, even Northumberland Street, even at this time of year, is usually quite busy on a Saturday night. But where is everybody? And that's kind of like almost where we're starting with this. But we also have to start with things that happened whilst I was down in London, because, well, let's just sort of get straight to that. So I made no secret that in those 2 days that I spent down south, I had more joy and more love and more satisfaction in those 2 days than I think I'd had in like the last 10 years. And I also described it as historically the moment where the wall had been knocked down for good. It no longer exists. And I feel like finally, after, well, nearly 10 plus years, love has finally re-entered my life, and I am on the move once again. But what am I moving to, or what am I moving towards? Which, okay, so we've established that things are slightly better than they were before. That's a good place to start. But where do we go from here? What is the next step? And in spite of all the things I had planned before the tremendous trip down south, I then have to resort to such questioning as, well, okay, so we made the trip down south. What happened, which was miraculous to say the least. But, well, what are we going to do next? Because there's no point in making this big dramatic announcement that I felt like what was holding me back for such a long time is now dead and buried and now lies in rubble. But what exactly is next? What is the proper next step in our adventure, in our quest? And honestly, it's a very hard question, because in some ways I know absolutely what it's all about, and in many other ways I actually do know what to do and how I'm even meant to get there. And well, it's simply just a matter of doing them. That's the only thing that's right. I'll get in there, brother. Yeah, go on. Yeah, you're right there.
Oh, what did you take it?
Well, the lens is right here. It's right here, the lens is there. There you are.
Hey! Hey, yo! Where are you from?
Pontyland.
Pontyland.
Aye.
So you're rich? Up the EDL. Up the EDL. So you're rich, boy?
Well, not really. I just sort of live there. It doesn't.
He's rich. He's rich, I'm telling you. How many subscribers?
About 1,000.
You got 1,000 subscribers? Are you joking?
Nah, it's a start. That's what it is. That's what it's all about.
You're getting better, aren't you, day by day?
Indeed.
But everyone subscribe, like, comment, get them up to 100,000 subs.
Nice. That's a good stuff.
100,000 subs.
Yeah, enjoy your night, brother.
You too, brother. Have a good night.
Cheers. See you later. Cheers. And well, I'll certainly say this. You know what? The friendly atmosphere certainly hasn't dissipated ever since since we got back up north. And who knows? You know, maybe there's something to be said about, well, guess what? Maybe that's. It's more about like my story sort of getting out there and people finding out a little bit more about me and almost like trying to start again. And that's kind of sort of been a bit of the remit over doing these sorts of videos and getting myself out there. And it's hard to believe, but less than 24 hours I was literally sat in Piccadilly saying the exact same thing, that I was starting once again, and if I'm going to be starting once again, then the content that I want to make is just going to be candid, honest, and it is just going to come from in here, from the heart. And usually when things do come from the heart, it usually comes in almost vague and mysterious ways, that there's no real definition or there's no real structure. It can't be explained in planning or in big words. It's more explained in actions, and more often than not, they do speak louder than words ever could. And it is because of these sorts of things that I think has helped shape my character a little bit more over these last couple of months. I feel that the decisions I've made and the things that I've done and the things that I am doing and the things that have yet to be done, there's way too many of them out there, and I have absolutely no idea. It's because I will do them, don't get me wrong, and that's it was never a case of I was never going to be able to do them, but it's almost been more of the case of, well, what will happen when these things come to fruition, when I bring all of my thoughts and transgressions into reality. Because do they just sort of exist? Are they just out there and it makes things a little bit... It's not so much it makes things meaningless. Because I don't think there's been a moment as I've been doing these videos where things have been quote-unquote meaningless. I feel like there's a very genuine point about this, and I bring it back to the idea of being almost brought back to reality a little bit, about being once again a real man, being brought back into a world that I felt was so ready to lock me out, throw me into the gutter, to throw away the key, and to leave me outside, stranded, cold, and freezing to death. Thankfully, I feel like that's not really the world I live in anymore. It's more the world that I know is far beyond, and it's sort of almost more indirectly connected to things like the winter and the colder months and the much harder times that I faced, and certainly no doubt the harder times that are to come. But yet, as I speak about, you know, the harder times to come, and there certainly will be harder times to come, don't get me wrong, there's certainly no doubt about that. What there is also no doubt in, as we have finally made our way back to familiar stomping grounds right here in Big Market, it's that, well, there's things that have happened that I have most certainly learned from. Previously, when bad things did happen, things that I sort of had no explanation and things that I couldn't really formulate and to put into words, there was always a point to be made about, well, I kind of went into them and left them alone and thought to myself, well, I went through all of that. I went through all of that nonsense. I went through all of that suffering. I went through all of those changes, and I went through so much BS that by the time I came out of it and things started to go back to normal again, I kept thinking to myself that, well, I've learned, well, absolutely nothing. Because what was I supposed to have learned through all of that? That people are rude, people are crass, people who are in any way in a position above you will utilize their authority to the nth degree, and there's straight up nothing else that can be done about it. You will, again, I will put it to you like this: what exactly I was supposed to learn from that, I have no idea. But what I can say, as far as those experiences go, and there will come a time in the near future where I will put all of these things into much greater detail and to a much grander sort of perspective. And yeah, and mostly limited to 2025, because there is no other way of doing it. I will describe that sort of year as being as one endless, unmitigated, humiliating disaster of a year. But that was also the absolute lowest point. There was no way I could have gone any lower than that year. And because we'd established that I couldn't get any lower, then that means one thing and one thing only, that the only way is up. And it may not have been a sinecure, to say the least, and there's certainly no doubt that the way things have gone over the last couple of, like, at least 6 months, because there's no way of putting it, I busted my arse off over the last 6 months. Ever since this year began, it was a continuous struggle to rebuild myself, to get my feet off the ground. From when I was studying for to get past my my railway engineering degree, to finally getting back into work full time, to getting down to London, to getting more hours at work. Oh, do you want to get on, sister? There we go. Hope your night's gone well. Bye. Cheers. So yeah, whilst all of those things have been going ahead, there's just as much that I haven't really taken into consideration yet, because these are the things that have just happened so far this year, and it doesn't account for... did you want to get on, sister?
Oh, how do you do? I ain't got a whistle on all that.
It's been a good night, huh? Oh well. Mind your back. Anyway, so...
you're not lying.
oh well, never mind. Hope your night's gone well anyway. Just want to get on as well? It's hard to know. I was sort of in the middle of half asking. Do you just want to get on? Yeah, sure. Go on. Ready? Hey. Whoa, okay. Whoa. Legal show, game show, family show. Well, bound to happen sooner or later. I'm glad. I think I got the camera away just in time, but it is how it is. Anyway, so whilst all of this is going on, that has also been a small little... it's been a small factor, I suppose, but one thing that has added to certain things throughout this year is, well, having that sort of confidence to actually get out and to just put myself out there in the public. Because, hey, you know what? Coming up in July, I would have been doing broadcasting for 8 years, and there is a part of me deep down inside, a more egotistical sense, I suppose, is that I've been doing this gig for 8 years and nobody knows who I am. But that's not quite true, though. There are loads of people who do know who I am. I just sort of... But I think they know who I am because they know, oh, I do like videos on YouTube, that sort of thing. It's like, it's never gone anywhere beyond that. I kind of wanted like almost a little bit more added to it. And who knows, maybe when it comes to like my 10th year, there's probably plenty more to talk about. And who knows, maybe I'm gonna get myself even further out there. And it's sort of been all about how do I renovate myself, how do I improve at what I do, how exactly do I get out there? And well, to be honest, and I've said this to like people who've been trying out YouTube for the first time, wherever they may be in the world, sometimes the most basic principle of them all is sometimes you just need to get yourself out there. If there's something you want to do, if there's something you want to say, if there's anything you want to talk about, anything, it might be on your mind, or something you may have thought about, or something that may be just sort of in the back of your mind somewhere. Whatever it is, get yourself out there and make yourself heard, because if you don't speak, nobody is going to listen to you, and if nobody listens to you, then well, maybe you're just sort of in the wrong field. But put yourself in a field where people will listen to you. Put yourself into a world in which people will listen to you and take you seriously. Make yourself accountable, and it's through a few small like mental changes here and there. It's not especially a very difficult task. But I think all of that comes down, I mean, just take me for example, and quite a lot of my upbringing and quite a lot of how I do things and how I speak and how I speak to others and what my attitude is towards, you know, like the world I live in right now. Well, how does that help me stand out? What exactly is it about my character, my personality? Because by reintroducing love into my life, we have to naturally reintroduce other things as well, or bring things back. Hello. Just doing a thing for YouTube.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, no worries. Enjoy your night. Oh well, never mind. Yeah. You know, if you don't want to make yourself a focus, then don't get on the camera. It's as simple as that. I try to give, you know, I try to be fair and stuff like that, but sometimes it doesn't always work out like that. But oh well, what can you do? So yeah, as I was trying to mention about before, the way I conduct myself, the way I talk about things, the way I go about my hey, George, you just want to get on?
Wait, what is it?
Doing a little thing for you. It's this way actually. Doing a thing for YouTube.
Can I say hi?
Yeah, Scott, anything you want to say?
What's the name? It's going anywhere.
YouTube.
Up the lags! Up the lags!
Raging Reality 1.
Radio reality
I'll forget that in the morning.
Up the mags, guys! Up the mags!
Bye.
Kill the maggers!
Cheers for that. Well, you know, and I suppose again one of the slightly different advantages of well, just take for example like when you see other people do like night vlogs in the cities and stuff like that. You know how some people would like have the camera like facing outwards and they just sort of record, and sometimes trouble arises every so often and sometimes it doesn't, and some people are like thrilled because well they're only seeing what anyone else would see and stuff like that. The way I try to like do it is that well I think my content is just a little bit different because I do try to like get my thoughts and opinions out there, but I suppose the added bonus of trying to like do it in a public setting is that I can't really leave my thoughts, you know, indoors. I have to take them outside because guess what? There's no point talking about treat people as you like to be treated. There's no point in saying any of these things, but you've actually got to be able to act upon them. I remember back in 2017 when former Bishop Seamus Cunningham was giving a service at St. Matthew's, and he talked very learnedly about being a Catholic inside of church and outside of it. And sometimes not everybody, it's a very difficult thing to like really process because they're right in many ways, yeah, and it's not always the easiest thing in the world to do. I mention this because I overheard somebody saying, literally, as we were coming outside of church, that he goes on a bit about whatever it is he's on about. And hello.
Well, hey! You're on TikTok live.
I do well, mostly YouTube, but I do TikTok as well.
Don't put me in it.
Oh.
We've blanked me out.
Well, hopefully, yeah. It would have been better if you did walk into the camera, but oh well.
I do really
how it is.
Well, hey!
Hello. Anyway, enjoy your night anyway.
Well, hey!
There you hear it, guys. We're hey. And So yes, as I was saying before, literally again outside of church immediately, his point was proven immediately, and sometimes it's not the easiest thing in the world. Hello, don't worry, the camera's facing me, sisters. You got nothing to fear. Oh, do you want to get on? Like,
What are we vlogging about?
there we are. Mostly, I've just come back from London, you see, and I just thought get straight back out there, get straight back into the night
Thank
scene,
you.
and absolutely. Like,
Where have you been?
London.
No, but like, where have you been when you
Went
came
round
back?
Hammersmith, Finsbury Park,
No,
Wimbledon,
bollocks to London. Where have you been since you came back?
home, and then straight back out again.
You've not been in any bars?
Not really. I'm over 200 days sober. I don't think I'll
Well,
be able
that's good for you, but you can still go to some bars.
Hopefully, yeah. That's.
I would recommend Ruby Ray's.
Ruby Ray's.
Ruby Ray's.
Has it got a pinch on Cozy Joe's? Because I heard Cozy Joe's is.
I like Cozy Joe's. Cozy Joe's is great for a bit of karaoke. Ruby Ray's bit of country.
Oh, nice. Anyway, nice for that. Anyway, I'll see you.
I expect a feature on your YouTube,
Oh yes, indeed.
but I actually think you should probably go in a bar.
If they would allow me to do so, then yeah, it's
Are you
sometimes.
on a list? Or?
No, definitely not. No, of course not. I mean, what did I do? Oh well, here's it is. Well, I'm assuming the whole thing about maybe that's. Do some people use the lock about being sober as just like a smokescreen to say, actually you were like blacklisted? But I don't really think that's like true. But at the same time, I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I don't really. It's not really my sort of thing to like go into the bars and stuff like that, because again, some people may get the wrong idea, some people don't, some people may be fine with it. Well, yeah, you gotta be a little bit on your guard and sometimes like that, especially in the city. But oh well, it's how it is. So let's keep going, shall we? Let's keep exploring. Certainly. Seems about as familiar as ever before, but let's keep going, shall we? So you join me about like 90 seconds later, and we're sort of heading round to the bottom of like Grote Market, and well, again, whilst this is of course my home time and stuff like that, I'll still enjoy myself. Hello. And again, it's. I know it sounds like lunacy and stuff like that, but I feel again almost because it was. I can't stop. I promise I will at some point shut up about London, but I never really felt like in danger, or like, you know, really out there and stuff like that. I felt like I didn't really feel like I missed out or anything like that. I felt like I blended into the scenery full time, and. Well, I suppose it's just it comes with the territory and stuff like that. But well, at least the night here is it's been quite a good night so far, and at least when you sort of like head around more of the clubs down here, things seem pretty more normal. And let me just get past and so. Where exactly, what should we do next? Dog and Parrot actually sounds like a good idea, because you never know, it might be a bit of a fun time outside, but yeah, it's just the familiarity of everything is what is really sort of getting it's getting me quite excited, because this is just sort of the way the night goes and stuff like that. And well, what else can I say? It's just what you've come to expect here in the city, and it is how it is. It's cooler, yeah, don't get me wrong, but I'm not gonna let that get me down and stuff like that. That's exactly why that's why we have coats, and that's why they have zips and stuff like that. So there won't be any fear going ahead. But yeah, Dog and Parrot sounds like it sounds a bit more up my alley. So let's get there. And this hopefully shouldn't take us too long. Middle of the day, and yeah. Sorry, there we go. And I think it's. yeah, I was expecting it to be a little bit warmer at night, but then again, it is also quite light, and it's like nearly quarter to 11 already, and we haven't even really been out that long, really. Like about what, 30 minutes, something like that. Oh well, I think it just sort of comes with the territory once again. I promise I will stop using that phrase sooner or later, but it's so anyway. As I was back to the matter at hand about sort of like rebranding and almost like trying to stand out and trying to just do my own thing. And sort of my own thing is like, it's like going on a night out for people who don't really go on nights out, and just trying to work out what it's all about and what's going on. Kind of very standard fare for this for these sorts of videos, but at the same time, it's sort of what it's always been about. And guess what? I'm not planning on slowing down for this sort of vlog anytime soon. So let's crack on, shall we? Dog and Parrot is about what, 5 minutes away from here, so let's keep going. We don't even really walk like opposite Central that much, but I suppose for what it is, it's a decent spot. It's not so much like a tourist trap or anything like that for like the bars and stuff like that when you come out of the Central, but it's decent, I guess. It's sort of what you've come to expect, but oh well. It's well, what else were you expecting? It's just how it is. And I suppose even the views, even from this angle, let me just take a look. Quite a good sight, that. So let's keep going, shall we? Yeah, I'll report back to you in a few minutes time, eh? And like literally less than 5 minutes later, we finally appear to arrive, and we have Dog and Parrot just across the street. And tell you what, there you are. I even get the traffic lights because I'm such a gent that way. And it does appear that actually, even this part of the city, it's quite a lot of the action does seem to be rather confined to this sort of region, and we'll just sort of keep it going. And let's see. Let's just see what happens, because I've got a good feeling about coming around here and just to see exactly what goes on. Raging Reality 1.
What do you film?
I sort of do a little bit more like the nightlife and stuff like that, and just want to explore like what goes on.
Hello. Hi. Raging Reality 1.
I'm sure you've seen it in Toy Story 5.
It's not out yet.
No, but now
There's a slag in my boots.
now there's Toy Story 6, where they find out they're on the Epstein nest or something. I don't know.
None of that.
No, Tom Hanks.
Stop! Okay.
Anyway, cheers to see that. See, already, what did I just say? Already off to a great start, and we've literally just got here. So let's continue getting here, I guess. And the action is already popping off. It's already bouncing, and there it is, guys. Don't know quite what is so like special and famous about it, but you know what? A lot of people do like it, and you know what? So do I. Sorted. So let's get the camera spin the other way. Let's. I don't know if it's just because it's like, I don't know, mostly like open up all hours, but it definitely does seem quite a good trap anyway for like this part of the city. And even as you like turn the corner, it's just the Arctic just sort of like doing stuff, just doing a little documentary for YouTube.
What's the dirty stuff?
Nah, nothing dirty.
What's the YouTube channel?
Raging Reality 1.
Am I going to be on the channel?
Yeah, you want to say hello?
Yes. Hello.
Yes, hello.
Welcome to Dog and Parrot, everyone. Welcome to Newcastle. This is shit.
Oh, really? No,
It's not. It's best place in Newcastle, hands down.
You think it's the best boozer in all of Newcastle?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes, I do.
Because I got like reposted like 50,000 odd times on TikTok because I talked about, you know, just wanting to come in here. for whatever reason.
Can you not go in with the camera?
Well, one, I can't really go in with the camera, sort of. Also, I'm over 200 days sober. It's not really that sort of time. Right, cheers.
Were you over there when you recorded it?
Yeah, I'm sure I was.
I think I've seen the TikTok.
Is it like Liv or something like that? Repost it and put some.
You recorded from over here, and I seen someone comment over it saying like, "Oh, shit."
Me every night.
What's your name on TikTok? Me every weekend or something.
Raging reality.
Raging reality.
Nice.
Raging reality.
Yeah. So I'd say it's been quite a good night so far. I've literally just come back from London like less than 6 hours ago.
Oh.
Dropped myself. That's the one. Literally got myself off at home and literally came straight out to do a bit of filming. It's been a bit of a mad adventure these last. Oh, cheers.
Enjoy yourself.
Nice, cheers.
Stay sober and all that.
Oh yeah, cheers. Anyway, thanks for that. Cheers. See, honestly, and just like that, we even get a little spot to sit down and a little bit of a break. And I suppose for what it's worth, it's a nice little change and stuff like that. When all of a sudden, yeah, you do. It's literally like what I just talked about 30 minutes ago, about actually almost getting recognised, and that's actually quite sick when you think about it. You find it like it's not so much about like the thought of like getting noticed. It's the fact that all of a sudden you do seem a little familiar, and you know what? I say that as a huge mural of, and that was there, by the way, when I had my first pint in there back in 2016, and it is still there. And well, to be honest, I hope it doesn't go away. I freaking love David Bowie, man. And it was even in 2016 when he sadly passed away. So that was I suppose he's immortalised forever, and there's no other ways about it. I love him for that. So one of these days, I think I'll probably like do a little series talking about Bowie's last album, because I think it was like the last single, like the last music video he released and stuff like that. Hello, do you want to go on, sister? Get on. Hello. Raging Reality 1. I do like little documentaries on YouTube about like the nightlife here in the city.
Hi, documentary. Hi.
Hello, mate.
What's your YouTube name?
Raging Reality 1.
Raging Reality 1. We'll
Yeah.
subscribe to you tonight.
Oh yeah, I've just got back from London 6 hours ago.
Social right now.
It's indeed. I know it's hard to believe, but it is true.
Yeah, you can. What is this?
Ghost.
Is that bad?
Swedish metal, and it's good actually. To be fair, yeah, I'm not sponsored or anything like that, but they're quite good. So anyway, enjoy your night anyway.
YouTube.
Nice, that's the one. There you are. He knows what it's all about. That's the thing. Someone who has taste.
Fucking subscribe to that, lads. Subscribe to that.
Should be frank just for preference and stuff like that. Cheers. Enjoy your night. See, and it might be actually a good idea for the tourist board, or like good for advertising around here. They want to get on the airways, have a word, ask if this is like the best boozer in all of Newcastle. It certainly seems a little bit more welcoming, and it's not exactly as if I got like, you know, the dirty stares or anything like that, but I think the people who drink at the Dog and Parrot are just better. Yeah, I'm definitely going to get that on TikTok. You know, the people who come here are just a better sort of people. And I don't know if it is just the old sound and vision, but maybe it's the whole charm of the whole place. And actually, to be fair, this place does have a bit of a charm. But then again, the whole of Newcastle has a charm you can't really explain, but it's just sort of, I think it's just the warmness and the generosity of like the people all over the gaff. Boy howdy, maybe I really do sound like I'm from London at all, and oh well, it is how it is. And anyway, as like the night continues, you may start to notice a pattern of, well, hopefully we get to like meet and do like little talks with even more people, because that would be pretty cool. And it's just a way of getting to know more and more people. And I mentioned it before, but you know what, it's just a way of getting myself out there. And you know what, so be it. because I love getting myself out there. It's what I talk about, this whole lease of life right here in the Dog and Parrot. Getting myself out there, being almost a part of the real world once again. And you know what? There are loads of bad things that happen in the real world, don't get me wrong. But one of the things I always talk about is the fact that there's loads of great things that also happen in the real world. Like, there was literally a party that just passed me and they've all got Madry boxes on their heads for hats. I mean, if that's not a good night, I do not know what is. And it's like, yeah, I had to double check if it was Madry, because I do want to get these sorts of things right. And speaking of getting things just right, bugger, what was... I had it on the tip of my tongue and I feel like it's just sort of gone, but I think it's... what's the... yeah, the Ford literally just went again. I think it is also the fact that, again, I talked about this before, about the benefit of having like the camera mostly facing my direction is that for some reason people don't feel like that violated. I mean, people know fine well that if I want to point the camera facing outwards, then guess what, I will, and there's not really anything people could do about it. But what I will say is that, guess what? I'm still in my element. I'm still just sort of laid back, and I'm still just kind of doing my own thing. And guess what? If I'm not bothering anybody, then what's the problem? And nobody has really tried to make the comparison or try to explain, if you will, what exactly the problem is. Because guess what? You don't start beef and all that. It's never a good idea to do these sorts of videos or to like get myself out there with the expectation of starting trouble. That's really not what my sort of thing is about. It's not like DJE Media, who just kind of sounds like a bit of a knockoff Charlie Beach, where, and I had said this about him before, that he literally does sound like he's trying to mimic Charlie Beach's strain of consciousness. And the reason why I think that's not a great idea is because of all the criticism that gets labelled beneath it. Meanwhile, what I try and do is I try to look for the more positive things about the night time and find more positive things about like the city life and the people that are in it. Because even in this day and age where people are drawn towards negativity like moths to a flame, where as far as I'm concerned, there's just as much good I could do by actually being more positive and try to explain about the benefits and what are the better features of being in the city. I think there's something to be said about trying to do like more good than bad, and insofar as how things are going right now, and probably with how the night's gone so far and the things that are to come later on, maybe there's something to be said about, well, even if we can make one person's night better through this, whatever it may be, then I feel like it will absolutely be worth it, because not everybody has the because I bring it back to what I was talking about, this sense of love finally returning to my life. But I'm also just as conscious of the fact that in the same way that this sort of thing happened to me, I'm also just as aware that, guess what, there's probably people out there in the city right now, probably all over the country, all over the world, where, guess what, people are also lonely souls trying to find some purpose. You want to get on, brother? Yeah. Anything you want to say, guys? Go on.
What is it?
I sort of just do like little documentaries here and there about the city life here in the northeast.
Newcastle is the best place ever.
And if you're not here, you're nowhere.
Nicest people ever. Shout out window.
It's on YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, what's your YouTube?
Raging Reality 1.
Subscribe to Raging.
Subscribe to him because he makes brilliant content.
Where the fuck are you?
Subscribe to him. Subscribe to him.
Raging Reality.
Nice. And yeah, honestly, I just came back from London like 6 hours ago, dropped all my shit off, and literally just came straight out.
It's got towns like...
Nah, I've been lived here all my life.
It's got nightlife here.
Hey? Yeah, I live up in Pontyland.
Did you see the nightlife in London?
Yeah, quite a bit actually, to be fair.
Is it better here than there, you'd say?
I'd say it's more of a centre community here.
It is, and there is a lot more community here, but at the same time, very friendly people down in London. You fall in with the right people, you're absolutely good.
Do you like the people more up here or down there?
I know more of the people up here, I guess. I mean, to be fair, I'll just give you guys an example. I'll try not to keep this on.
No worries.
Last night, I got off at Knightsbridge and I walked all the way across Chelsea, and the contrast could not be any more stranger. Like every single shop looked like people owned by millionaires, and it is impeccable. It is spotless. But at the same time, let's admit, the people did not exactly look the friendliest in the world. And I don't know why. It's not like, you know, you go.
Some would say because we're less like gifted economically, that we're like. I mean, it's true.
The north are better.
The north are better because they don't have like as much as the south.
Also, when you have 3 pints down your that, who cares what goes on?
Everyone becomes your best mate when you've had a drink, like.
Oh, indeed.
Well, have a good night anyway.
Every worst enemy after 4. Cheers, man. Cheers there. Have a good night. See, there you are, and that is just the sort of thing we live for, and just the sort of thing that, again, it's true. Some people do really quite like the idea of like getting them to like being interviewed, and we get a nice dialogue going, and it's just sort of the charm. Hello.
Hello.
And when all goes according to plan, you know what? It is sweet. The experience really can be summarized as sweet. Not everybody, you know. It's not always the case, but you know what? It also just depends on the people you meet and everything else that goes on. Hello.
What are you recording?
Do you just want to get on, brother?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
What are we going to do?
Are you on YouTube?
Yeah.
Well, what's your name on YouTube? What's your name on YouTube?
Raging Reality 1.
What do you do, like? What kind of YouTube videos?
I sort of like do like night vlogs here and there of the city. And
fucking what's his name? Knockout.
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 Yeah, that knockout.
No, subscribe, fam.
Oh yeah.
No. Why we're saying fam? We're in fucking the northeast of England, Newcastle, right? Anyone who watches this man's videos, yeah, take it from me, yeah.
This is where you need to come.
This is where you need to come. Best fucking nightlife in the UK ever, hands down.
Is the Dog and Parrot the best boozer here in the northeast?
Yes.
Well, right, I would say I didn't know you now because
For your indie fans, yes, get in
for the indie fans, yes, it's fucking canny lethal. But you know, there's loads of places everywhere go indie, honestly.
I try and do things a bit different than Knockout, only because like it's not that things don't kick off here and all that, they do, but it's not really kind of like what I try to do here. I try to keep things a bit more positive.
It's like peaceful and all that.
Yeah, because sometimes there are better things happening in the night than people
to be fair,
fights.
he'll agree, right? On people from Newcastle, the like most fucking nicest, like basically, right?
The canniest control in your life, like
basically, right?
canny is out.
People from Newcastle are the angriest, nicest people. It's just because the way we speak, we'll be like, yo mate, you got top. Oh yeah, thank you mate, cheers mate. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Don't buy it.
Don't buy it. We're all friendly. We're just angry for some reason. Because we're poor. We're poor up here. Like, the government don't give a fuck about us.
Shit is out. Cheap and cheerful.
Anyways, mate, what's your name, sorry?
Jimmy Frank.
Jimmy Frank. What's your YouTube?
Raging Reality 1.
Raging Reality?
1.
Right, hang on a minute. I'm going to search that out quickly. I'm going to subscribe here.
And when you've had 3 pints down, yeah, who cares?
Who gives a fuck?
Probably after the 4th one.
Are you from Newcastle?
Oh, aye.
Whereabouts?
Port Zealand.
Yes, yeah, that's what we like.
Pushing Port Zealand, that
Region Reality 1. Are you new?
I've been doing broadcasting.
Is that you?
Yeah, that's me.
Fuck me! He's got a fucking 1,000 subscribers. Some boy, you know.
Nice.
Fucking some boy. There we go. Subscribe.
Nice.
Fucking keep it.
Join iProf and all that. Okay.
What's going on here?
Oh,
sorry mate, I fucking left you hanging there like, hey, sorry man, I didn't want to cut you like that.
I do like little, do you not want to get on, sister? Oh, it's alright, don't worry about that. It's fine, there's not nothing going on. Oh, don't worry, I won't do that. No, of course I won't. Why would I do that? Come on, that is... No, what are you from what? What do you do?
Actually, a lovely individual.
Yeah, that's fine, honestly, yeah. Anyway, enjoy your night anyway. There we go. As you do, eh? So, yeah, honestly, why did I not think about like getting stationed up in Dog and Parrot before? Because this is just... It's got a point.
Good tunes, cheap drink.
Canny is out. So, yeah, we get even more like that, but honestly, the it's again why the northeast I would still choose this than going to like Manchester or going to the northwest or like around Bolton or Lancashire. I would rather risk polio than get myself to Manchester, because sooner or later, you know, it does begin to rub off on you that literally only bad things happen in Manchester.
Get me down the monument now.
So
It says good tunes and cheap drinking, yeah.
We're heading back India.
okay, so you joined me about 10 minutes later, and I thought I was going to take a little bit of a break for the time being, just sort of like to think about what my next move was going to be and what we were going to go over next. And the more I think about it, yeah, Doa, you just want to get on?
Yes, I'm.
Yeah, go on, get on that.
Nice to meet you.
Nice.
This is Stuart Cowie, this is Leo Reed, we're the boys, and this is, what's your name?
Jimmy Frank.
Jimmy Frank. Oh, yeah. Are you on TikTok or something?
Do TikTok, YouTube, you name it.
Let me add you.
Nice. See, it's going so well so far.
Vlogging just town life.
Yeah, that sort of thing. I've literally just come back to the city 6 hours ago.
So where are you going tonight then?
Probably home after this. Probably in about
Can we
an hour.
take a little vlog?
Yeah, that sort of thing. And
Can I hold it and I get a vlog of him? Just me and him.
and the camera does stay on me at all times.
Yeah.
The second I leave it alone,
I want to
never see
get a
again.
video. What's like that?
I'll screenshot my internet stuff.
Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, it's.
Well, it was nice to meet you, mate, and I hope you do well. Are you going anywhere else or just staying here?
I'm just gonna like have a sit down and then have a walk about again. That sort of thing.
It's nice to meet you,
Right,
mate.
cheers. Nice to see you. Enjoy your night. I suppose again, for what it's worth, it's always good. Again, when you do meet new people, it is always just a way to break the ice, because it is. It is just that little bit of morbid curiosity, like whenever you see like social media personnel and stuff like that. But then again, I've been doing this gig for like nearly 8 years. I think I would know at this point to how to present myself and know exactly what it is going on. And hello again.
Sorry, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go on. Yeah, go on.
Just off vlog, how do you get into like all that? Is it just the confidence thing?
Well, really, the only. Well, technically, I'll tell you how I started. It was in the middle of my time at uni when I was like 20.
Yeah.
Life was going so badly wrong. I needed a way to like just express myself in a very
You have that,
different
like,
way.
because I'm going to Thailand soon. I'm going to fight there and all that.
Oh, I.
And I wanted to vlog my experience, but I feel like I'm a bit backlash off it. Like, oh, what are you doing?
Well, sometimes, because listen, some of the things I did back in the day, they were absolutely crap. But the best thing to do is that if you really want to get yourself out there. Anything you want to say, just get it out there, because ultimately it comes from what's in here.
Yeah.
And
if people want to follow you, they'll follow you.
Whatever it is you want to say, just get it out there. The point is, you are getting yourself out there. You are, in many ways, letting people hear what you've got to say. And to be honest, I'll tell you a secret and all that. Well, I started doing this channel that I'm doing these sorts of videos on the day that I became sober, which was about 200 days ago now. And I didn't really. It wasn't like I had any problems with alcohol or anything like that. It's just the work I was doing at the time. They needed people to stay absolutely sober. Yeah. And I thought, what better way to just talk about it, because guess what? It's less about trying to overcome addiction and rather try to mentally tell yourself to not do something. So it's a very different sort of therapy, but it's actually quite good because you set yourself a habit to say, I'm going to tell the world that I'm not doing this, so I'll continue to not do it. But the point is, getting yourself out there means people will hear what you're gonna say.
Is this a vlog? Is this a
Yeah.
portal?
Sorry, but I appreciate the confidence, mate.
Oh, is this a portal?
Nice to meet you.
You got any copper?
Get us all in, get us all in.
Go on,
Have you got any copper for me? I'll find any man on the street. Oh shit!
Oh, it was nice to meet you, mate.
What's the vlog for, like?
Okay, follow my phone's
Oh,
on.
What's it all about?
just sort of see what goes on in the night time.
Oh,
and stuff
fine,
like
mate.
that. And, cheers.
Right, we'll see you later, mate.
See you
Let's
there.
go, boys.
Cheers. Cheers. Oh, there we go. Unbelievable. And you know what? I certainly don't mince me words when I say anything like that. Hello. Not bad. I don't mince me words when I say stuff like that because I think it's absolutely true. There was a point in my life, and it really was at that time when I felt like I was never going to love myself ever again. And that's pretty much when it happened. That was the origins for getting on YouTube. Really did sort of start from literally just I needed to do something different. And it was also brought about by a sense the fact that everybody told me not to do it, and they said it was like going to ruin my life. And yet we're nearly 8 years down the line, and my life is certainly not ruined. If anything, my life is now firmly back on track, and now my life has only just begun, because there is so much to life now, and there's so much that I've started, and I've got to get myself out there because it is far too short. Life is far too short, and I have literally got not the patience to waste another day of my life literally full of regret and talking about the time with the most bitterest sense of anguish in my heart, because that's absolutely not what it's all about. Life is not about dredging the moment when it finally ends. Life should be about living. That should be the whole point. And yeah, I feel like not really sure if there's anything more to add to that. But what I will add, just insofar as the night goes, is that guess what? Once again, just 24 hours ago, everybody I've spoke to has been very, very friendly. And of course, yeah, I said this before, but I don't go into this to kick off with people. That is not, I am not that sort of person to kick off with people thinking that that's just what it's all about. There are some people that literally get into doing stuff on YouTube and literally will make a living trying to have a paga with the public and stuff like that. And you know what? I would, again, I don't say that, and I don't walk around with my head up in the air thinking that's what life is all about. It should be about what I can also give back, because, well, as I mentioned before, there's like loads of people we chat to and stuff like that who they all do find it very exciting because it's very different, but sometimes it really is a bit like that. Life is it's all full of surprises, and I've been sitting out here for like nearly half an hour, and the amount of people we've talked to so far, you never know who's going to come around the corner again, and we'll just see what happens next. It's all fun, and you know, it's just how it is, and you never know who's coming next. So let's keep a watch out. I might even possibly like do a few little things here and there for TikTok. So we'll see how well that goes. But mind you, even for the line for like the clubs down Times Square, it all looks really impressive. So I might even possibly go and take a look down there just to see exactly what happens, because I don't know if it's Rusty's or digital or stuff like that. I know Digital ID is like the really big one in Times Square, but we'll just see how it goes. But I also do like being out here. I do like being outside the Dog and Parrot with David Bowie at my back, and well, just having a myriad of people to talk to and to see what it's all about. I mean, what more do you want, eh?
Guys, if you get lost,
You know what? I think I might actually. I might go out and see. Might go and see what happens outside Digital ID. Let's give it a whirl, shall we? You never know. It might mean nothing, but you know what? We can certainly give it a go, shall we? So let's take the short walk zoom. And sorry. Never mind. Anyway, so let's keep going, shall we? And you never know, guys. It might not be the first or last time we get to Dogger Parrot. Have a nice night.
Night light.
Oh, it's nice. Whoa, hello.
Where's the red light? Really top. Vlogging.
Yeah, that's me. And well, that's whoa, hello. Oh well, it is how it is. Yeah, I don't really know too much about like the shisha bar like next door, but I don't know. It looks pretty cool, I suppose. It's not it doesn't look much, but you never know. It might be about what goes on inside and what people have what it's all about. So yeah, that's not much more. Let's keep going, shall we? And of course, the music outside is it's spectacular, and even the views. It's bloody hell. It's like 11:30, and like the time has just sort of flown by. So let's keep going because we are not finished yet, shall we? So let's see what happens. I want to see what it's like. See if DigiID is like all it's cracked up to be, because sometimes things can like live up to the hype, other times it doesn't. But let's just sort of see what happens, because we are almost going further into the nighttime than I think we've ever have done before, or the 3-hour battery life that this camera will allow. So let's see just sort of what happens. And by the way, first of all, does look pretty nice at night, so I'll certainly take that up. So yeah, you may of course for the uninitiated may recognize like Times Square for like where I've done like videos previously, and for the most part you get like a rusty show bar, you get Digital ID in the background, you get the Centre of Life closed for the moment right now, and you get this huge chunk of land, once again monitored at this moment by my favourite best friend, the wire fencing. I don't know exactly what they've got to hide around here, but, well, it's certainly there, all right. And again, most of the action does seem to be like concentrated on the left-hand side, and DigiID certainly seems... Is this where the line starts?
You going back in further? What are you doing YouTube, like?
Yeah. Just sort of want to like stretch my legs for a bit and all that, and never seen DigiID actually quite busy this time of night.
Oh, tell like this, man.
All right.
You get your steps in, lose a bit of belly and that. You know what I mean?
Does
Lose a bit of chub if you keep walking.
what?
Lose a bit of chub if you
Oh
keep
right.
walking.
Thanks very much. Yeah. True.
You'll be flying the next time with that.
Thanks. So yeah. I mean, to be fair, I'm glad he like said it as it was, and I'm not gonna like, you know, I'm not gonna hold any grudge against anything like that. And so yeah, a lot of the action. Oh yeah, it really does sort of like. I didn't even notice that before. It sort of really does sort of like cover around here. So yeah, and for what it's worth, yeah, everything sort of like covers around DigiID, Centre for Life. And to be fair, it must be good out, because I wonder like what even the capacity for even stuff like that is, but it must be good as because it certainly seems to be doing as good as ever, and never quite see maybe one of these days I'll actually be able to see what it's like inside. But yeah, probably not tonight. So let's keep going. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Not bad. Don't mind me. I'm not in the line or anything like. I'm not cutting the line or anything like that. So I just sort of wanted to see what it was like all about. Because
Is it?
yeah, that sort of thing.
It is.
Is it good inside?
It will be.
Oh, nice.
200 people expected. Right?
200 people. That's
500.
500.
12.
4. 12.
1,200.
I didn't even think you could even hold that many.
More than that, mate.
Well, who knows? I've never been really much into clubbing or anything like that, but I can see why people would. And to be fair, it looks that amount of people coming inside. It must be worth something. Anyway, thank you. So yeah, let's sort of just get our way back up, and so you know, it's. I heard it's just like, again, for what it's worth, 1,200 people gathered in one venue, and it certainly looks as if like maybe that's the entire point of having the fencing, is that it goes all the way around and it sort of finishes somewhere rather different. But let's not fret on that for now, because guess what? There are slightly more pertinent places to like come and hang and stuff like that. In fact, to be honest, it's a good thing that Digital ID is literally just right down there, because guess what? Dog and Parrot is literally like less than 400 yards away. Yeah. At least like, you know, give me a chance to stretch my legs and stuff like that, and it is how it is. And you know what? Whilst we are here, there is, of course, like down the street, which is mostly like your Dixie Chickens, your Magic Flames, you know, convenience stores that are open at all hours, kebab shops and stuff like that. And of course, once again, now tell me, how am I gonna get like the? I'm trying to get like how do I get the shot in for like this? There we are. Now tell me why that isn't such a beautiful sight. And you're wrong anyway, because guess what? It still holds up. So anyway, back we go. All right, so you join me about 10 or so minutes later, and honestly, a very surreal thing just happened again. And so I was on my way to walk back to like sit outside the Dog and Parrot for like a couple more moments, and then for those who like are on TikTok and stuff like that, you may remember. No.
I know you. You film me. Is it like you filmed the night that never sleeps?
Yeah, the sort of thing like that. Yeah.
I thought you filmed me.
Nah, Joey, bro.
Great.
Oh, nice. Do you want to go on, brother?
Yeah, come on.
Go on. Joey, the lens is like here and stuff like that. You're totally fine, brother.
I don't want to be.
Why are you filming?
Well, I just got back into the city like a couple of hours ago, dropped my stuff off, literally came out here to do me filming, and honestly, it's sort of coming to the end of the night a little bit, but
Not for us.
No, definitely not.
Just come in. Just come in, man.
be pretty sick, to be fair, and yeah, honestly, I hope your night's going well and stuff like that.
It's going great.
Tell your mates that it was good to see you again.
Of course. Love
Nice.
the jacket, man.
Thanks. Whoa, watch out. Whoa. Right, so anyway, and again, these sorts of things just, they happen, and I'm glad that you never know I've gone from no expectations and had like a clear set mind about the things I was going to get out and say, and all of a sudden I have turned straight into talk of the town. And the things I thought, like I talked about, but I didn't think were going to happen, and they've just sort of like magically transpired, and I'm not entirely sure how that happened or what did I even do. But I will say this, get back to the story before. For those who are on TikTok, may like a really canny lass, she reposted one of my videos about saying all I want to do is go inside the Dog and Parrot, and as it turns out, I ran into her and 3 of her mates once again. And listen, you know the phrase groupie, that sort of thing? That was definitely not one of those moments. But what I will say is that they just thought it was great to see me again, and they wanted me to know I thought they were cool, and it was all very exciting, and it was all just kind of fun. And it turns out they actually watched quite a lot of my videos, as it turns out, and I wasn't quite anticipating that. I didn't really know what to think, and as that was all like going on, because I didn't really know what was going on in my mind, yeah, they just want to know what was going on, and how I was, and how I was up to, and they were going on about how they were dead chuffed that they managed to see me again. And you know what, it was nice to see them again as well, because you know what, that was just fun. But it does also illustrate just what can happen in the city. You can run into people that you haven't seen for years, you can run into people that you've never known for the very first time, and you could also run into people that you just sort of get. And I will say that I think I've definitely picked the right choice to come back. And here they are, as luck would have it. As luck would have it. Yeah.
How are you looking at me?
Go. Bye.
Hi, it's Amy and
Jimmy.
Jimmy Wonton. She's been in a vlog before. I'm new with the vlog. To know who that is, to know who that. Oh, Lacey!
Do you remember the
Seriously, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Look me in the
I'm
eyes.
sorry for throwing up, Jimmy. I'm better now.
She never meant to be sick. It was an accident. That's okay. I just want to say one thing.
Go ahead.
I love Livia.
Oh, thanks.
I love Livia. I love.
Oh, cheers.
Just joshing.
Cheers. See, and what was I just talking about right there? And you know what?
These girls know what's going on. These girls know what's going on.
Honestly, what it's very rare that I'm like lost for words and stuff like that, but now, yeah, word is getting around fast, and I'm glad this is all just sort of like coming to being, and you never know. Maybe wonder why I didn't think about coming out here early, but you know what? I think for all intents and purposes that is sort of just going to do it for the night, because I feel like, all things being fair, well, actually, no, maybe not, because I think, yeah. Oh, and I
love you, Chud.
I was just talking about you all before, and
We're good friends. We're good pals.
Never met before from Diane.
We are.
Oh!
I love you, Chud. I love this, Chud. I regret the last one. I'm not regret this one either.
Don't I want that.
It may feel. We're good pals. Hey, bye, Jimmy.
Bye.
Bye, cheers. Cheers.
Do you miss me ever? Guys, we're gonna go.
Cool.
Oh, bye. Have a good night, bye.
Cheers. They have, is this yours?
Thank you.
Quite sick, to be fair, but I do really like the song, to be fair. So I think that's sort of gonna do it for now. And well, what an absolute night this was. That was just sick, that was. So I will cut you guys loose, and I will see all of you guys again next time. So take care, and bye-bye for now.